Good day everyone, this is Sunshine Adanza, and for today's video, I'm going to share to you the classification of gunshot distance and their respective characteristics. Gunshot range or GSR determination is also known as the gunshot distance determination. So when a firearm is discharged, gunpowder residue may also be deposited on the clothing of the victim. The size and the density of the pattern of gunpowder residue found on the clothing are the main factors considered in determining the approximate distance of the shooter to the victim. So as the distance to the victim increases, the size of pattern expands while the density decreases and vice versa. So I have here my illustration. This is my drawing, and later on I'm going to discuss about their respective details. Distance determination, the method of determining the distance between the firearm and the target. This is usually based on the distance of the powder patterns or the spread of the shot pattern. Importance of distance determination. First, in connection to self-defense pleas. Second, in the distinction between murder and suicide. It is possible to state with certainty the distance of the gun from the target by means of the patterns and residues left on the target. Not only the type of gun, but also the condition and type of ammunition that will affect this pattern. In ascertaining the gunshot range or the GSR, the examiner should note and observe the following. First is the entrance and exit holes. Second is the powder residue pattern. If it is burning, singing, smudging, tattooing, a black coarsely peppered pattern. The entrance and exit holes. The entrance hole contains gunpowder residue, bullet wipe residue, and it is slightly burned. The diameter of entrance hole is smaller than the exit hole. The exit hole is frayed outward while the entrance hole is inward. Other entrance hole characteristics. Angled bullet entrance hole has elongated hole. Contact fires have uneven margins, but all entrance holes typically have even margins. The grazing bullet hole, several small holes created from a folded garment. The classification of gunshot residue. Burning, if it is direct. Singing, if it is 1 to 2 inches. Smudging, 2 to 8 inches. And tattooing, if it is 8 to 18 inches. The distance of the muzzle of the gun to the target is classified into 3. First is direct contact. Second is the 2 inches to 36 inches away, and the third is 36 inches away or more. Test for gunshot residue or the GSR using nitrate, lead residue chemical examination. Now, for the characteristics of gunshot wounds, first is direct or contact wounds. The principal damage is more visible due to the flame and the muzzle blast than to the penetration of bullet. The following observations may be noted. The gaping hole where fabric is badly torn. Blackened area surrounding the bullet hole. The presence of partially burned powder residues around the entrance hole. So this is my illustration, and in this example, the gun is here, and in the yellow section, it is the central defect. This can have a smaller diameter than the bullet due to the stretching of the skin. And in the blue section, it is the abrasion rings around central entrance defect. The abrasion ring is the result of trauma to the skin due to the radial forces which act on the skin as it is pierced by the projectile bullet. Sometimes oil or etc. is also seen on the inner aspect. And on the third part, on the pink section, it is the singing of hair due to the heat. And on the green section, it is the smoke or the soot deposits. And on the violet section, the last part, it is the tattooing due to the burnt, unburnt, and partially burnt gunpowder particles. Wounds inflicted at a distance from 2 to 36 inches. If the gun is discharged closely to the body of the victim, two types of discoloration will be observed around the hole of the entrance, namely the smudging that produces when the gun is held from about 2 inches to the maximum of 8 inches. The smoke and soot from the burned pores are deposited around the hole of the entrance, producing a dirty appearance. And the second one is powder tattooing, the black coarsely peppered pattern. The size of the smudge depends upon the following: the length of the barrel, the age of the gun, and the efficiency of mechanism, the direction of the firing, the wind direction and velocity, humidity percentage, moisture in air. The size of area of tattooing depend on the following: the caliber, the powder charge, the distance of firing. The wounds inflicted at a distance of more than 36 inches, wherein the powder tattooing is seldom present, the nitrates found will not be sufficient for the GSR bullet comparison. It is a type of examination using a microscope which is commonly used in comparison of an empty shell containing characteristic marks from the grooves of the gun barrel and firing pin of specific firearm use.